Hey guys, it's Takeover here, and welcome to an episode of Career Mode. And it is season 4. We're finally starting with season 4, and this is going to be a little bit different. I'm not going to show you guys all the games. It's mostly going to be just the important league features, and then all the Champions League games, because that's going to be our priority: win the Champions League, and obviously we are going to want to win the league as well. Now, as you can see, we have gotten the financial takeover again, just because it's our final season, and I really wanted to get us to be a world-class team. So I took the financial takeover again. I don't know what you guys think about that, but fuck it, I did it. I took the liberty to do it, and that means we can buy some fantastic players in the transfer window in the next season. And here you guys can see Marin Ruiz, obviously, who was fantastic for us last season, is going back to Barcelona because he was just on loan. We didn't do too well in the domestic cup, and the board isn't very happy about that. But what can I say? It's all your fault. We did marvelously in the EuroLeague, which is good, and we did what they wanted us to do in the league and surpassed that as well. So everything is looking pretty nice, and we're going to jump straight into the season here and get our league objective from the board of directors. And they want us to qualify for the Champions League and win the league. So that's pretty decent. What am I saying? Qualify for the Champions League and win the league? I don't know what I'm saying. But they want us to reach the semifinal in the Champions League and then reach the Champions League for next season. So basically top 4. So those are all pretty realistic things. So not too worried. I think we're going to pretty easily surpass them. But I have a squad report here, guys, for you this season. Obviously, it's a bit dumb to do it at the beginning of the season because you won't see how the players have progressed. So fuck me, because I'm a bit dumb. But anyway, you guys can see how the players are doing in general. Laura there up to 78. Zoom up to 82. He's only 20 years old. He's looking a fantastic player. You guys can pause on any players that you want. It would just take forever if I had to look through them for all of you. But Luis Eduardo there. He's had some injury spells, so it's a bit sad that he's only 79 at the age of 22. But so he's had a few injury spells, which is kind of blocked his progress. But he'll come good. Then Canella there, Mandi obviously not playing a lot. Casemiro doing very well already, an 84 rated player with some great stats. Nahara 79 rated player. He's only 22. Keep in mind, you would think that he's much older, but he is very young. But we might be looking to replace him anyway. And then Malango there, obviously an 80 rated player, and he's been very important for us the last few seasons. But we might also be looking for someone to replace him. Muniain obviously doing quite well. Lukaku, the beast, a great player. What can I say? 93 strength, 92 sprint speed, absolute boss. Moises, I don't really play him. Kurzakov, I rarely play him, but he's alright. He's pace whore basically. He's pretty shit at everything else. But Buzian hasn't played a lot for me recently. Neither has Borja Lopez, but he actually stepped in for Luis Eduardo last season when he was injured. Sorry, Caneo was injured. So Benzia there as well. Probably not getting the playing time that he wants, but that's what you got to deal with. And then these are kind of my reserves, which no one cares about. Trejo, they're very unhappy because he doesn't get played enough, and that will look through the squad report. So here is my short list of players I want to get. I'm gonna be looking for a central midfielder, a cam player, and a left back. Those are my 3 positions that I want, and all these players here kind of complement that. Jovetic, he can play cam. That's why I have him there. Insigne, he can play cam, and I have Zaha there as well. Zaha would be nice because that way I could, I could replace Nahar on the right wing sometimes and then play him as cam as well. So, but we're gonna offer for Jovetic here. And so we're gonna make an offer here for Jovetic and 30 million. He's gonna be an expensive player. He's 87 rated. He is a fantastic player, so it's gonna be hard for us to get him. But we're gonna try ahead, and we're not gonna put on any players there. And we're just gonna offer 30 million and see what they come back to us, because it would be a total steal if we got him from Fiorentina. And we're also gonna offer for Insigne here. Obviously we're not gonna get both of them, but it is a possibility that we would get one of them, so there's no point not to offer for both of them. So that's what we end up doing, and I'm kind of looking for a good price here to offer for Insigne, and I decided to go by 20.5 million. I think that's a pretty decent price for him. And then a central midfielder kind of to replace Malango there, and then a left back because I don't think Canella is cutting it anymore. So those are kind of the players I'm looking at. And then Zaha, obviously, we're going to put in a bid for him as well because it would be nice to. I've always wanted Wilfried Zaha. Obviously, he's moved to United now, and he's looking a fantastic player in preseason. If you've been watching United's preseason, which you probably haven't, but if you have, he has been absolutely fantastic there. So I've always wanted to get him, and I thought that this would be a good opportunity to do so. So I decided to offer 11.5 million and Carmona. No, I changed it to 12.5. So that's quite a hefty offer. I even changed it to 13.5. I'm feeling very, very generous here to Crystal Palace, and so we'll have to see how that goes. By the way, this episode is just going to be transfer action, so it's but stay tuned. It's actually really interesting. So I do highly recommend that you watch this episode because the other episodes will make much more sense after you see some transfer action going on here. And then João Moutinho has always been a player I wanted, and Gundogan has also always been a player I wanted. So I thought this is the perfect time to get one of them. And so I obviously decided to go for both of them because they could both sit there next to Casemiro in my midfield. So that's kind of what I decided to do. I'm looking kind of to get rid of Deadwood. That's why I'm offering these players that aren't really worth a lot. Because I think I have too many players that I just don't play, so there's no point for them to sit and drag down my wage budget. And I go to obviously in the game, João Moutinho is still in Porto, because it hasn't updated since he went to Monaco. And I'm just gonna offer 22 million. I think I go, and then I add a player as well. So Moutinho is a great player. He's a little bit old, he's 28, but he's a fantastic player. His all around stats are amazing. What can I say? There you guys can see them on the right. And then I was having trouble picking between Jordi Alba and Fabio Coentrao. Coentrao always been a player that I want to get in career mode, but Jordi Alba did actually look like the better player, so I decided to actually go for him and not go for Coentrao at all, because I don't know. I just thought that Jordi Alba looked like the better player with stats, and while Coentrao, I always feel that he's a very good player. He hasn't actually I've looked at some reviews on him, and people say he's not that good in FIFA. So what are you going to do? We get a transfer offer here for Mandi, and he's a little bit of that Deadwood. He rarely plays for us, so I think that he could go. And yeah, we get all these transfers back. So some of them are unacceptable, some of them are acceptable. Contrao stock is on the rise. I don't really care. And Jovetic, they want 37.5 million, a ridiculously hefty amount of money for a player, even regardless of how good he is. So we're gonna kind of have to juggle around what we're gonna do here. And I put up 32 million. I'm looking for a player to put there as well that could kind of lift up the price tag. And I think I decided to go with Trejo there. Yeah, 32 million plus Trejo, putting up the value of that bid to about 35 million. So that's an interesting offer. And Crystal Palace accept for Wilfried Zaha, which is fantastic. And we're just going to offer him a contract of 30,000 and important first year player for 4 years, which is what he's asking for. So we'll have to see how that goes. And also Jordi Alba. I'm surprised that they actually accepted that Barcelona, but they did, which is good news. He's a great player, and Canella just isn't cutting it. So I decided to offer 90,000 for him as well, an important first team player. Here, Napoli are telling me the transfer offer unacceptable. They want 24 million for Insigne, which again is quite a lot of money. Obviously, much less than about 10 million less than they want for. Or 15 million less than they want for Jovetic. So in that sense, I don't know about the Jovetic transfer. We'll have to see how it goes. But I put up 22.5 million, and then Guerrero, who I don't think I've ever played with him like one game, so he's a bit of deadwood again there. But Dortmund accept for Gundogan, which is fantastic news, and we make him 80,000, crucial first team player, 3 years, and he would be an amazing signing. He could just sit there next to Casemiro, and that would be a deadly midfield duo. And then if we still got a great cam player, I would be in seventh heaven at with that team. And also if we sign Jordi Alba, and they've decided to match a thing for Monday, so he's off, which reinforces the fact that we really do need a midfielder. We also get a transfer for Laura here, and 4.8, and I was really debating, like, Laura's a good player and all, but he's 28, he's 78, he's not going to be growing a lot anymore. So I decided to counter offer a bit of a cheeky 10 million bid, and you guys will have to wait and see how that goes, because things actually turn out to go pretty damn interesting. However, some bad news first is Wilfried Zaha and Jordi Alba both declined the contracts. Um, I submitted a new offer to Zaha, saying 40,000, which is quite a hefty increase. If you think about it, um, on his older wage from 30,000. So I'm making him a crucial first team player as well instead of important, and see if that would change his mind. And I end up doing the same thing to Jordi Alba. Obviously, his wage demands being much more demanding than Zaha's. So 100,000 on 3 years, and not future crucial first team player. And we'll have to see how that works out. Um, and then as you can see here, he said that it's because he the reason why he didn't want to come was because he wanted a better role, and they have decided to match 10 million for Laura, which is very, very surprising. I was certain that they weren't going to do that, but 10 million for Laura means now that we have to go out and look for a right back. And what better right back to replace him with than Azpilicueta, the 25-year-old 81 overall player from Chelsea, a great, great player. And he looks like a realistic target as well. So we offer 8.5 million, which is quite cheap. We would actually make a profit on getting him for Laura, which is fantastic because Laura isn't that good a player as Piliqueta in my opinion, and they still don't accept for Jovetic, so I'm pushing up my offer here. Really, offering a lot of money, and I'm not sure if I even want him anymore at this point because that won't leave like a lot of money for other transfers. So, um, they didn't accept for Insigne either, so I push up the price tag by 2 million, and I take away the player. So, uh, we'll have to see how that goes. But again, I'm just having trouble signing these players because, look, Ilkay Gundogan says that he loves living here, but he could be persuaded. So everyone, I don't know if like the computer does this, like the AI does this. So when they know you have a transfer, when you got a transfer takeover, they like push you for more money because I never had this much trouble signing players as I do um with Sporting Gijon, so it's a bit odd. And again, João Moutinho, Porto declined the offer, so offered 25 million and Alex Barrera, and see if that would change their minds. Keep in mind he's already 28, so that's a lot of money for a 28-year-old. However, I do sell Monday there, I think it was, or well, someone was sold. I don't know, for 2 million. It wasn't anyone important. Because it was a little bit of money, but here again we're looking for Aspilicueta, and they accept for Aspilicueta the 8.5 million, and we're for 70,000 and a crucial first team player because that's what he would be, obviously considering the fact that Laura is now gone. And there you guys can see accepted, accepted, declined, accepted, accepted. So we'll see how this ends up. So they finally accepted for Jovetic the transfer offer, and now it's going to get even harder to get him, as we're going to have to offer him some great wages as he's not going to budge. You guys will have to see. It gets very, very frustrating. Insigne as well. He, God, I was just having trouble signing him, and the, again, Gundogan declines, and this is just forwards and backwards. I'm offering them more money, and they're literally squeezing every single cent out of me. And 100,000, 3 years, crucial first team player. That's a 20K increase on his wages. Surely he has to accept that. Um, They've also accepted this offer for João Moutinho, which is good news, and we can finally get into contract talks with him if we don't get Gundogan, which doesn't look very likely at the moment. But we'll have to see. And Jordi Alba has accepted our contract of 100K, which I was extremely happy about. And I was thinking about stalling it, in case we don't have enough money. But then I realized that I am going to get him anyway because Canea isn't cutting it for me. And in the worst case scenario, if Aspilicueta breaks down, we can at least play him as right back. So, um, and more good news is Wilfried Zaha accepted his contract. However, I'm not going to go ahead and accept him just yet because he's not on the top of my priority list, and I do not, in any scenario, want to run out of money to spend on more important players. So I stalled it, and if we do have enough money remaining after we've signed our main targets, then we can go back to him. But Aspilicueta, obviously being the most important player that sign at the moment because obviously Laura left. So and we do accept him, which is great news, and we get him, and then we get a transfer offer for Lukaku from FC Bayern, and oh, you fools! You think you're gonna sign him? I want 60 million for him, and surely they're not gonna pay that. So that's all nice and dandy. And for some reason, that Spilicueta thing failed to accept, so I went and accepted it again. I don't know if I pressed the wrong button or something, but yeah, this will draw us to the end of this kind of extended episode. I do apologize for making it long, but there was a lot of transfer action, so I just wanted to get through it with you guys. And you guys will have to wait until the next episode and until you see who we end up signing. Do we get Gundogan, Moutinho, Jovetic, Insigne? Who do we get? So be sure to stay tuned. Do that by pressing the subscribe button. Also, if you guys have enjoyed this episode, be sure to leave a like and have a very nice day. Bye bye.